Jim Ross, he signed a new contract with AEW. You like Jim Ross, don't you? This comes to us from WrestleZone.com reporting on this. He was speaking on his podcast, Grillin' JR, that he has signed a new contract. That it apparently it's a new deal. It's not an extension of his own deal, perhaps because of what JR is capable of doing nowadays with his health. They've apparently reached some sort of agreement where he's able to work pay-per-views, adding pay-per-views in big events, but that JR will be used sparingly. You have mentioned before that you think this is a great role for JR, that he still adds a lot to the telecast and to the product when he is used properly and can be at his best. So is this good news to you, or were you hoping for maybe a re-up of his old deal, or are you wait and see on what his new deal may entail?
This is great news. I actually thought WWE would make a play for him, to be honest with you. Because Vince is out of the picture now, and, Triple H must think the world of Jim Ross. So, I mean, at least I had assumed, knows how good he is. But I know that, especially in this specific role for JR, it's perfect for him to come in for the main event, or even the dual main event like he did for this pay-per-view, where he did both main events. He's a main event guy. He can really add a level of seriousness to the broadcast that sometimes isn't there with Taz. He kind of jokes around a lot. So Taz and Pat McAfee are kind of in the same boat, where there's a lot of joking around going on. But like when you're in the main event, like he can add that level of like he's not joking around as much. Sure. And then, there's been a lot of complaints about him, but I think that's mostly if, he has to do a full 2-3 hour show, he gets tired. He's too old to do it, so he gets worn out. So I think this is a great role for him to be in, and I think is a big asset for AEW moving forward to make them a legitimate. So good for him. Sure, I'm happy about the deal.
This would be a bad time to lose someone like JR, even though he's limited in what he can do. It seems like it's a 1-year deal, so they're taking it 1 year at a time, which is probably appropriate at this stage of his life and his career, from what he's able to do. From a quantity, the quality with JR is there, but the quantity is the question. But Jim Ross was saying that's plenty. I'm speaking to the 1-year deal and what's happening with it. That's plenty. I'm happy with it. Tony Khan stepped up. Term-wise, financial package-wise, everything was to my liking. I was very blessed to be working with Tony on that deal. He wanted me signed. He got his man, and I got my company. It all worked out real well. So this will be fantastic. He returned for the final 2 matches at AEW Revolution that we saw, which was the triple threat for the World Championship, which Samoa Joe won. And then Sting and Darby Allin against Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the Young Bucks, the EVPs, Sting's retirement match. So he was there, and we both thought that he did a good job in each of those, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. He was. I thought he was good in both. And especially with Sting, him and Shivani, they have to be the announcers, right, for Sting's last match, and that added a lot to it.